Welcome back everyone. Hi, if you're new, I'm Tori, and today I want to chat through some of the eARCs that I've received from publishers, and these are all books that I'm really looking forward to, I'm really excited about. But I really wanted to make this video because I thought it would be helpful to know kind of where our excitement overlaps. I think it would be really helpful to know, like, if you would want to see a dedicated review for a particular upcoming release, or you would just rather see it like in a current reads video, or wait until an end of the month when the book has already come out and just see it in a wrap up then. There are some that I'm going to do dedicated reviews for anyway that I'm really excited about. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there, let you know what's coming up, and you know, if you haven't heard of one of these, put them on your radar. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna go in order of their release date, and I have the list right here, so I'm just going to be looking up and down throughout the video. But first, this is one that I'm really excited for, and I actually will be doing a dedicated review for this book, and that is Infinity Gate by M.R. Carey, and this book is out on March 28th. I cannot wait for Infinity Gate, so just a huge thank you to Orbit for the early copy of this book. The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey is one of my favorite books, and so I have been patiently waiting for this book just to see how he is going to handle like epic sci-fi. So this is AI technology. This is expansion across multiple dimensions. Like this is going to be big. Infinity Gate is going to be the first book in a planned series, and the series is called Pandemonium. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or, you know, full-blown series, 4 or 5 more books. Pandemonium is a political and trading alliance between like roughly 1 million worlds, and all of these worlds are actually just Earth but in different dimensions. And then pretty soon an AI threat emerges that threatens the entire Pandemonium trading alliance, and Pandemonium, they will do anything necessary in order to eradicate this threat. And this sounds like it's going to be really epic, and like I mentioned, I am going to be doing a standalone review for this one, so don't worry about that. And then on April 11th, this is another one that I cannot wait for. This is actually going to be on my March TBR, so you're going to see this again in like a few days. I'm going to do like March reading plans. But that's Untethered Sky, and this is by Fonda Lee. Thank you to Tor for the copy of this. Cannot wait. You guys know this, or maybe you don't. I'm telling you now. The Greenbone Saga is one of my all-time favorite fantasy series. I cannot wait to see what Fonda Lee is going to do with Untethered Sky. And I'm going into it, you know, I'm not going to go into it like with the Greenbone Saga in mind thinking, oh, Shay wouldn't do that. I'm really just curious to see kind of where Fonda Lee goes next in her writing journey. In this, we have our main character, Esther, and a manticore killed her mother and her baby brother, and that sets her on this path of revenge to hunt down these monsters and kill them. Pretty soon that leads her to becoming a rook rider, and she's paired with this fledgling rock named Zara. And it says here that Esther finds purpose and acclaim by devoting herself to a calling that demands absolute sacrifice and a creature that will not return her love. And it says this terrifying partnership between woman and rock leads Esther not only on the Empire's most dangerous manticore hunt, but on a journey of perseverance and acceptance. So this sounds amazing. This is a novella, so I don't know about full-blown review, maybe a short or just chatting about it in current reads, but either way, I am going to be getting my thoughts in front of you guys before April 11th. Next, let's get into May. On May 2nd, we have The Ferryman coming out by Justin Cronin. I was not even aware of this book. I got an unsolicited eARC. I didn't know that could happen, but I got approved for this on NetGalley, and it was just like, whoa, what? Justin Cronin has a new book? I'm not mad about it though. This sounds so good. I still need to finish the Passage trilogy by Justin Cronin, but I loved book 1 so much. It made my best books of the year a couple of years ago. I still think about The Passage. It is an incredible book. So this next one from Justin Cronin sounds equally amazing. This is an adult dystopian novel, and we have these islands called Prospera, and these islands, they are completely hidden away from society and this world that is just deteriorating and crumbling. But on these islands, we have people who have these monitors embedded into their arms, and this monitors their health and their well-being. But then once the monitors start to hit below 10%, these characters are put on this ferry, and they take this ferry ride to another island in order to be retired. And we're following our main character, who is the ferryman in this book, and he shepherds these people on their retirement process. But pretty soon his monitor also starts to dip pretty low, and you know, from there we get this society that begins questioning their place in the society, begins questioning the structure in true dystopian fashion. This sounds like it's going to be a great read, so let me know if you guys will be interested in this at all. But yeah, otherwise, I can't wait to get into this book. And then on May 23rd, this is another one that I cannot wait to read. This is The Blighted Stars by Megan O'Keefe. I actually think there was a little bit of a title change because the e-arc that I have is called The Rift Between Stars, but same thing, just, you know, quick title change they got in there. But yeah, this sounds really good. This is a sci-fi novel, and you guys know Megan O'Keefe. She wrote the Protectorate trilogy. Book 1, Velocity Weapon. One of my favorite intros to a sci-fi series that I've read in a very, very long time. I need to finish that trilogy, but Velocity Weapon was amazing. In this, we're following two main characters, and we have these habitable planets that are being destroyed. And so our main character, Naira, or yeah, I think her name is Naira, or pronounced Naira, she blames the family in charge for the destruction of these planets. And the family in charge of this expansion, this exploration, is called the Mercator family. And they are on Naira's hit list. She cannot stand them, it sounds like. And the Mercator family, they have been controlling this galactic expansion for a very long time. And this is where our second main character comes into play. His name is Tarquin, and he is the heir to this, you know, to this whole business. He doesn't want it, of course. He's kind of the little broody heir, like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is not for me. I'm not my parents. But Tarquin's father, he puts him in charge of surveying this new settlement on this planet that they've discovered. And on Tarquin's journey to this new planet and on the survey mission on this planet, who becomes his bodyguard in disguise? Naira, of course. And as the book goes on, together the two of them discover a secret that could destroy everything. I cannot wait to read this. Let me know your interest in this as well. Like, if you're as equally excited as I am about it, if you'd be willing to see more content about this closer to the release, I want to hear about that. And now getting into June, I got an e-arc of The Combat Codes by Alexander Darwin. This is actually a book that is that was picked up by Orbit. Like, it was previously self-published, so it's been out for a while. I think it's been out since like 2015. So some of you might have already read it and loved it, but the official kind of republished copy comes out from Orbit on June 13th. The Combat Codes is described as an action-packed and character-driven science fiction trilogy set in a world where the fate of empires is determined by battle-hardened warriors who are trained to compete in brutal combat. We're following two characters, it looks like, one who is a famed knight and the other is an orphaned boy who is trying to make a name for himself. Fonda Lee blurbed this book and she described it as a brutal and relentless science fantasy martial arts extravaganza. And then finally on June 27th, we have the archive Undying coming out by Emma Mieko Candon. This is one, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot going on in this synopsis. I'm just gonna read you a little piece of it. It says, when an AI dies, its city dies with it. When a city falls, it leaves a corpse behind. When that corpse runs off, only devotion can bring it back. This book sounds really busy. This is described as being the first volume in the Downworld sequence, and it's a sci-fi series where AI, deities, and brutal police states clash, wielding giant robots steered by pilot priests with corrupted bodies. The early reviews are a little off-putting. Yeah, someone just said, what a frustrating book. Yeah, the reviews are a little bit mixed. I see some 5 stars, but then after the 5 stars, it's like, it really dips off and people are like, no. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, Rebecca Roanhorse read it. She said, whoo, okay. So we'll see how this one goes, but either way, I will be getting to this one as well. So that is it for me, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments if any of these sound interesting to you, what grabs your attention the most, and just in general, what books you would be looking forward to in the next few months or so. I want to hear about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.